Here it is, my vegetarian gravy recipe that our whole family loves, even the meat eaters.
Yes, that's a lot of salt, and we're going to really lean into that. I'm going to start off by browning the flour. I'm going to cook the flour over a medium-low heat. You'll start to notice a nutty scent as it starts to brown. Sometimes it will smoke like very slightly, but you don't want it to smoke too much. That might mean it's burning. This whole process takes about 10 minutes, and it's really the most labor-intensive part of making gravy. I'm adding half a cup of butter and making a roux. Ideally, this would form more of a ball as you stir it. Mine has a little bit more butter in it, so it's more liquid, but it's fine. I pour in the vegetable broth slowly, stirring it really well to get everything really smooth. If you add a lot of liquid at this point, don't worry too much because it will thicken up as it cools. So you can always add more broth to get it back to the consistency that you prefer. Okay, we're about to add the secret ingredient, a 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. I prefer the flavor of low sodium soy sauce, but don't worry, we're gonna add a lot of salt to fix that. I used half a tablespoon of garlic salt. It's really all to taste at this point. Okay, the one thing that's really funny about this is you need a ton of pepper. Go wild on that ground pepper, and then just as soon as you think you've done enough, like double that, just more and more pepper. I don't measure the salt and pepper. If I had to guess, I would say it's about a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of pepper. And make sure you're tasting this as you go and like feel out the flavors. You shouldn't get the flavor of the soy sauce or the nutritional yeast. Like they shouldn't stand out. If they are standing out, I would add more salt and pepper and just keep like peppering, and then maybe some salt. All of a sudden it will be just absolutely fabulous. And that's it.
What's your absolute favorite way to eat eggplant? For me, it's definitely this. First, you're going to slice your eggplant into rounds, score them, mix together some seasonings with olive oil, brush it all over your eggplant. Then you're going to pan fry until golden. Then mix together some tahini, maple syrup, miso, rice vinegar, ginger, and water for your sauce. Going to add that all over the eggplant with some olive oil, herbs, pomegranate seeds, walnuts, and that is it.
Do you have a bunch of veggies that you need to get rid of? Maybe some meat that you defrosted that you need to use up? Well, I've got the perfect recipe for you. Let me show you how to make it. Let's start with our rice. I live off my rice cooker and it's in the RV, so I've been using a pot. You always wash your rice. This is another one of those recipes where you get to practice your chopping skills. We've got some zucchini, a green pepper, half a cabbage, onions, and some Brussels sprouts. I'm gonna go get my chickens a snack. I'm cutting up some broccoli as well. Garlic. We know how we love it. We're gonna mince up as many cloves as our soul tells us. Garlic limit does not exist. Get a pan! Add some avocado oil. We're gonna saute our green peppers and onions first. It's been about 2, 3, 4 minutes. I don't know. Now I'm gonna pour my mound of veggies in there. Y'all, I forgot the ground turkey! I'm gonna add in the ground turkey now. Cook this up really fast. Lots of Aleppo pepper. Ground ginger. If you have fresh, use fresh. Half cooked veggies, back in. Let it cook until the veggies reach the consistency that you're happy with. I'm gonna add my ground turkey back in. Mix it up. Add in your garlic. Cook until nice and fragrant. Some ground ginger, Aleppo pepper, mirin or rice wine vinegar works, mushroom flavored soy sauce, sesame oil, really down there. Add some honey or brown sugar works, some toasted sesame seeds, green onion, splash of fish sauce. Always want to give a little taste to see if you need to add a little something. Now if I can stop eating it all, let's plate it. And there you have it. So good. Honestly, this recipe is really good for meal prepping because I'll snack on this for like 2 to 3 days. Oddly enough, it's even better the next day.
Hi guys, so let's make some pickles. I'm gonna add some jalapenos as well and some garlic. And I got the pickling cucumbers, so it's more crunchy. I'm gonna do wedges because I just like wedges better because they're like more crunchy. Look at this hijab my dad got from Saudi Arabia. He went to Hawes and get a glass container. I don't have a jar, but I do have a airtight storage container, so I'm gonna use that. I'm using 4 or however much fits in my container. Add some jalapeno. I don't know how to. Should I just? No, I'm gonna do circles. And I'm gonna leave the seeds in. Here are the jalapenos. Just add them in. I think one should be enough. Now let's add some garlic. These were frozen, that's why they kind of look yellowish. Slice up your garlic. And then we're gonna do the measurements for the brine. Can't forget the dill. Shatu gave me some from her mom's garden. What the hell's wrong with my speech today? For the brine, you need like 1/4 cup of salt, 2 cups of water, 1 cup of vinegar. So you can boil this or microwave it. It just needs to be really hot, and then pour it over the cucumbers, and then let everything sit for 24 hours in the fridge, and then I'll do a taste test. So I microwaved it for like 3 minutes, and now I'm gonna pour it in, and then I'll give you guys a taste test in 24 hours. Bye. Make sure whatever you use, the lid is airtight. This is airtight. So it is the next day. Let's try our pickles. Bismillah. Do you guys hear the crunch? Oh my god, oh shit, it tastes like a pickle. I would go less with the sauce, but it's so good. Let's try a jalapeno. Yo.
If you still haven't tried the viral 2-ingredient bread, you have to give this recipe a go. To make the dough, simply combine yogurt and flour. For the filling, combine potatoes, cheese and spices. Roll out the dough and add the filling. Pull the edges over like this and roll it out. Pan fry or bake until golden. Save the recipe, like and follow for more.
Gotta make this. Full head of cauliflower, remove the leaves and part of the core, like that. Score the core, bring water and chicken stock to a boil. Salt the water, boil for 10 minutes. Remove and let it drain really well. Place in a baking pan, coated with olive oil and kosher salt. Roast for about 30 to 40 minutes. Melt 3 tablespoons of butter, add 3 tablespoons of flour, whisk and cook for a few minutes. A few cups of warm cream, a little Dijon, turn off the heat, slowly whisk in Gruyere cheese. Beautiful. It's just what you want. Pour on the cheese sauce. Sprinkle on a little more Gruyere. Broil until it looks like that.
Ma'am, that is literally the best thing I think I've ever eaten.
If you need a vegetarian dinner recipe, try out these super crispy potato tacos. If that crunch sound didn't convince you, my husband, who has to have meat with every single meal, absolutely loved these. Start out by boiling the potatoes in some salted water. Once fork tender, drain it, give yourself a little facial, and then break it apart. Then we'll add cheese, sour cream, garlic, all our spices, and cilantro. Stuff the filling into some small flour tortillas and then fry them in some vegetable oil until they're beautifully crispy and golden brown. To top it off, I added some chipotle sauce, lettuce, cotija, and some lime. And finally, our last step is to enjoy.
I think this may be the best toasty I have ever eaten. My avocado, sun-dried tomato and feta toasty. Mash avocado with basil, spring onion, salt, chili and honey. Trust me guys, it's amazing. Use the oil from a tin of sun-dried tomatoes to brush over the side of the bread and load up. Toast in an air fryer or in a pan until crisp, golden and oozing. Proper, healthy comfort food.